How's it going, guys? It's Bernard and I decided to make a new video. It's been a while. So I prepared myself and while I was cleaning I was looking for Q-tips and I found 5 of them. And while I was looking at them I noticed, or I thought, maybe I can give you guys the tip. You know, the tip to become a better Shopify theme developer. So in today's video, I'm going to give you 5 tips to improve your Shopify theme development. Number 1 is to use a code editor like VS Code or Sublime Text Editor instead of using the built-in code editor of Shopify. Especially if you're working on a big project, this will save you a ton of time from typing codes, a lot of codes, and this will also save your eyeballs from this. You know, why would you stare at this bright? So as much as possible, try to install VS Code or Sublime Text Editor because most of these code editors, they do have a built-in dark mode interface, or at least they are customizable. And once you have your code editor installed, try to also install Shopify CLI. That way you'll be able to make changes to your Shopify theme project without ruining the main theme of the Shopify store that you're working on. Another thing that you can use with Shopify CLI is the theme check. This will help you find the issues in your project or in your code, like typos, missing variables, or unused variables, and the list goes on. Number 2 is to plan your project. Are you building a Shopify theme from scratch? If so, then create a plan. Make a mock-up design so you know what to do. Now, about making mock-up designs or web design plans, it doesn't have to be that polished. The whole point of planning is to help you go through the steps of making a Shopify theme. You can use anything with this planning stage. It could be Photoshop for making the mock-up designs. It could be just a document describing your theme. It could be a wireframe. It's all up to you. But if you're working with someone, then make sure that others can understand your web design plan. Also, before you create Shopify themes, you should know first what this theme is for. Like, is it for a Shopify store that only sells one product? Is it for a Shopify store that sells multiple products? What about the niche? Is it for gardening? Is it for clothing? Is it for tech? Is it for women? Is it for men? I recently had a client asking me to create a Shopify theme from scratch, and I asked him what is the niche. So he told me that something related to gardening. So with that information, I knew exactly what design I'm going to create, and I also know what color palette that I'm going to use. So knowing all of this information really does help. But what if your client is only asking you to create a feature or a section? If that's the case, then what you should do is to learn and understand the Shopify theme that your client is using. Make sure that what you're going to create matches the design of your client's Shopify theme. Also, if you're working on a pre-existing Shopify theme for your client, do not create a new style sheet or a new CSS file. As much as possible, do it in the existing CSS files. Do not create your own style sheet because if you do that, you'll just increasing the file request of the Shopify store. And that could slow down your client's Shopify store. Number 3 is to use the extension Shopify Theme Inspector. So what is this extension? Shopify Theme Inspector is an extension for Chrome that helps you understand the timing of each node of Liquid used to generate a page. This is shown using a flame graph. If you don't know what is a flame graph is the graph that burns all of your sins away. Hey, stop! On a serious note, flame graph is a collection of call stacks represented as a column of boxes that is sorted based on their total time. You can click on these nodes to see more information about the specific node, like which file this node is coming from and how much time it took to finish loading. Number 4 is to use Shopify developers' official blog and documentation. I don't think I need to explain this further, but there are plenty of good articles and documentation in Shopify developers page that you can read to learn more about Shopify theme development. You can also check out our blog. I'll put its link in the resources below or in the description below. Number 5 is to learn JavaScript. Unfortunately, I've seen few of my students and they are not familiar with JavaScript, which is quite unfortunate because you can do a lot of things with JavaScript. You can do a lot of awesome things with JavaScript. In fact, you do really need JavaScript to create an amazing Shopify theme. There are plenty of tutorials out there about JavaScript, so go ahead, learn about variables and classes, making iteration, making HTTP requests. That one is very important. Make sure that you learn that. And manipulating DOM, that's also important because you can't just rely on Liquid. Unfortunately, Liquid is not a front-end language. So if you want to make changes to your DOM elements, if you want to, change the content of your page without reloading it, then you only have JavaScript to do that. I mean, you can also do that with CSS, but you can only do it with styles or changing colors, changing effects, etc. I'm more talking about the form inputs, changing the values, changing text, making pop-ups, making cool effects like scrolls, zoom in, zoom out. I mean, you can also do that with CSS, whatever, but you get my point. So there you have it. Those are my tips to improve your Shopify theme development. But of course, everything that I said in this video is purely just from my experience. I am no way saying that I am the best Shopify theme developer or Shopify developer, nor the best web developer. And I'm pretty sure you all are the best Shopify developer out there. You're better than me. I know it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know by hitting the like button and subscribe for more Shopify theme development videos or something like this if you want more videos like this. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.